What is up, you guys? Pete DiCarlo here, and I actually had no plans on really making this video. I made a video last week about ABEO or Abeona Therapeutics. I talked about how I really like this as a long-term investment, how I really enjoyed the fundamentals of the company. I felt that it was a company that was extremely undervalued, and overall I was extremely happy about the position that I was going to take. It was a small position to start. It was only about $4,000, and I want to kind of go over if I still think that it is a good fundamental long-term company. Because here's the thing, I am a huge proponent of active long-term investing. If I would buy a stock for $100, but I wouldn't buy a stock for $200, in my personal opinion, to me, it's like, why would I hang on to it? I'd at least be taking some profits, especially in the case of Abeona. If you look on my screen right here, let me go in and actually show you my Thinkorswim really quick. Let me actually make this. All right, there we go. Here we are. So Abeona. I made a video on why I purchased this stock a couple of days ago, so go back and watch that. That's like literally the last video I came out with on this main channel. If you do want to check out our second channel, which is more about trading, go and hit the link down below, or you can look up the YouTube account Traders Helping Traders. But overall, I was talking about Abeona. I really enjoyed the way that this was setting up from a technical standpoint. We actually had a really strong cup and handle forming here. I also liked the fundamentals. I felt that it was a very risky long-term investment, but my thoughts to myself were, if within the next year we could get back up to, $3.35, $3.60, which only took 5 days, but within the next year, if it could get up to this like $3.60 kind of price target, I would either sell my position entirely because I'd be up 100%, or I would actually sell maybe a small percentage, or at least half, and then walk away. So you guys can see that I bought into Abeona right around like $1.97, $1.98. You guys can go back and watch that original video on why I thought there was a lot of value in it. And then we just went on a tear. I mean, they came out with a little bit of news. Essentially on the 25th of January, they did talk about their successful Type B meeting with the FDA. FDA approvals, I can make a video on this in the future. They get a lot of hype, and a lot of them actually don't end up getting FDA approved at the highest level, which is what they need. There's different types of levels to FDA approvals, and what happens if it gets like stage 1 or level 1 FDA approval, which isn't hard. It doesn't mean they can actually use it. It's just, they're in the first stage, usually get a lot of hype behind the stock. Then on February 2nd, they came out and they announced that they had a clinical investigator webinar to review about the ABEO 102 and the ABEO 101. And basically there was clinical data that was presented to the 17th annual World Symposium, which just continued to push more and more into the public eye, getting more and more investors to double down, triple down, and really started to make this thing go parabolic. It's crazy how this thing moved, but the crazier thing is when you look relative to how the stock has performed in the past couple of years, it's really not that crazy. So you can see since we purchased it, it is actually up 73%. Now, if you are part of my private stock market academy, you will know that I did sell my position entirely in ABEO, right around like the $2.70 marker, because we had a huge resistance that was forming here at $2.80. And usually Abeona doesn't tend to take like wild spikes up like as crazy as we've recently had. And so my initial thought was, I'll sell out around 270. And if we can pull back down to that 240 range, I'll probably just re-enter. Because the truth is, I always look at the price of would I be buying, right? Would I be buying at this price? Would I be buying Abeona at $2.80? No, I wouldn't. And so that was kind of my precursor of like, I'll just walk away. Like I was up 50% in 5 days. It's freaking huge. I was expecting maybe 100% return in a year with something like this. But I had 50% in 5 days. I'm walking away. I'm going to take I think it was like $3,000 profit or $2,500 profit. I was like, I'm just going to walk away. If you look at the actual stock on the 3-year chart, this still has a lot of room to run. I mean, this could potentially pump up to $7.80. I mean, we've seen it up at $23. However, going back to what I said earlier, you have to think to yourself when you're fundamentally investing, would you be buying this? Now, the huge reason that I was in this was simply because a ton of analysts had this at undervalued. You have to realize we had about a fair value of close to $3.53. And at the time, we were trading around $1.90 some odd cents. Let me check. Hold on. Yeah, we were trading around $1.90. So I thought to myself, like, we're pretty far undervalued. That's the lowest, mind you, the lowest fair value I was able to find was right around that $3 range, and we were trading at like about $1.90, $2. Now we're trading up around 3.38. We hit $3.60. To me, at this point, I do not think Abiona is a good buy. I think that it is a potential fair price, but this is not something where I'm like, I need to get into Abiona as fast as I possibly can. Abiona is a very, very, very risky investment. So for anybody who is looking at this from a long-term standpoint, yes, there is huge potential upside. However, I think that there is huge potential downside as well. Anytime you're playing a therapeutics or a biopharm company, you're running into that risk. And so for me, that's why I exited. If I were to look back and redo this again, with this position, I probably would have sold half. I would have sold half and held half. But at the time, I had a lot of trades going on. I entered some long-term positions into BCLI, which I'm going to talk about in another video. I added to my Mac position, and I was thinking about taking a position in VMware. So overall, and I had at my Abraxas Petroleum, which I ended up actually selling too. So I'm going to make a video on Abraxas as well and kind of where I see that going. But overall, I don't think I actually covered Abraxas either on this channel, but I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to go over that. But yeah, overall, great returns. I can't be upset with 50% returns in 5 days. I mean, there's a little bit of me that is upset where I'm like, oh, if I held till now. But guys, there's always going to be that. There's always going to be if I held till now. You know, I'm excited. I'm happy. If Abiona ever pulls back down to $2, even like 2.30, if Abiona ever pulls back down to 2.20, I will be a buyer for sure. Yeah, overall, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for all the support. If you want to be a part of my private academy, get all of my trades and my investments live as soon as I take them. You can live stream with me every single morning in the first hour of market open. I go over what I'm trading, why I'm trading it, and I answer all of your guys' questions. If you want access, you can also get, as a part of that private mentorship package, you get 60 hours of courses and lectures, every single thing that I've learned and literally taught for the past 7 years, from options to fundamental investing to swing trading, day trading, technical analysis, all of that. And you also get access to our private Discord, 550 members. Thank you guys for all the support. Really means the world to me. This channel is like 5,000 subscribers, and the second channel is at 12,000 subscribers. Thank you for everything, guys. And enjoy your night and enjoy your week. Peace.